Without music, life would be a mistake. There will always be rocks in the road ahead of us. They will be stumbling blocks or stepping stones, it all depends on how you use them. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. There are two different types of people in the world, those who want to know, and those who want to believe. You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star. And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. In solitude the lonely man is eaten up by himself, among crowds by the many. In the end we are always rewarded for our goodwill, our patience, fair-mindedness, and gentleness with what is strange. When a man is in love he endures more than at other times, he submits to everything. I was in darkness, but I took 3 steps and found myself in paradise. The first step was a good thought, the second, a good word, and the third, a good deed. Nobody is more inferior than those who insist on being equal. To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist. The true man wants 2 things, danger and play. Every deep thinker is more afraid of being understood than of being misunderstood. All truly great thoughts are conceived while walking. I'm not upset that you lied to me, I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you. The snake which cannot cast its skin has to die. As well the minds which are prevented from changing their opinions, they cease to be mind. When we are tired, we are attacked by ideas we conquered long ago. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations and epochs, it is the rule. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. There is always some madness in love. But there is also always some reason in madness. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. What does your conscience say? You should become the person you are. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. There are no facts, only interpretations. One repays a teacher badly if one always remains nothing but a pupil. The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others. Art is the proper task of life. To predict the behavior of ordinary people in advance, you only have to assume that they will always try to escape a disagreeable situation with the smallest possible expenditure of intelligence. One can promise actions, but not feelings, for the latter are involuntary. He who promises to love forever or hate forever or be forever faithful to someone is promising something that is not in his power. Love is blind, friendship closes its eyes. The world is beautiful, but has a disease called man. There's no defense against stupidity. What is great in man is that he is a bridge and not a goal. We love life, not because we are used to living but because we are used to loving. The secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. The real question is, how much truth can I stand? Solitude makes us tougher towards ourselves and tenderer towards others. In both ways it improves our character. Enjoy life. This is not a dress rehearsal. Do you want to have an easy life? Then always stay with the herd and lose yourself in the herd. There are no beautiful surfaces without a terrible depth. Life is that which must overcome itself again and again. So long as men praise you, you can only be sure that you are not yet on your own true path but on someone else's. The author must keep his mouth shut when his work starts to speak. Love your enemies because they bring out the best in you. Without passions you have no experience whatsoever. Become who you are. Make what only you can make. And if your friend does evil to you, say to him, I forgive you for what you did to me, but how can I forgive you for what you did to yourself? Loneliness is one thing, solitude another. You know a moment is important when it is making your mind go numb with beauty. Most people are far too much occupied with themselves to be malicious. He who humbleth himself wants to be exalted. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. If you know the why, you can live anyhow. There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. Man is the cruelest animal.